Good morning, students. Let us start with the third term portions, crop production and management. In this lesson, we are going to study about how we can increase the production of the crops, how to satisfy the population with the scarcity of the food, what are the new techniques used in the agricultural practices in our day-to-day life or in the agriculture production, and then what are the new types of seeds which are used for crop production. And actually, you must have studied in the lower classes how the plants prepare their food. The plants prepare the food by the process called as photosynthesis with the help of the green pigment called chlorophyll. And in these agriculture practices, what are the new practices taken up by the farmers to increase the production? The green revolution, we have been cultivating different types of crops to cater the increasing demand. And in our country, the following three categories are the kharif crops, rabi crops, and zaid crops. In kharif crops, the crops which are sown in the rainy season are called as kharif crops. So the kharif crops which are sown in the time of rainy season are called as kharif crops. That are paddy, maize, soya beans, groundnut, and cotton. Now rabi crops are the crops grown in winter season. So rabi crops are the crops which are grown in the winter season are called as rabi crops. Examples: rabi crops are wheat, gram, pea, mustard, and linseed. Then comes the zaid crops or the summer crops. These crops which are grown in summer season are called as zaid crops. Examples of zaid crops are muskmelon, watermelon, and cucumber. So these all three categories are the different agriculture practices which are taken up by the farmers to increase the production. Now next comes, here are the crops cultivated according to what they have shown. According to utility, crops are classified as below. Food crops. Paddy and maize are the cultivated for human consumption. You know the paddy plants, that is rice plants, and the that is maize, which is used for the making the jowar, grapes, that cereals, all are called as food, which is used for food. Then fodder crops. These are the livestock, that means for the cattles. We are making use of the fodder crops, that is sorghum and millets. Then comes the fiber crops. These crops, crops, fiber crops are the cottage and the textile for cotton and the hemp for making in the cloth industry. And next comes the oil crops, which is used for the production of oil, groundnut, sesame. These are all the different types of crops used for different purposes. So food crops are there, fodder crops are there, fiber crops are there, oil crops are there, and the next comes the last one is the ornamental crops. These are cultivated for large scale gardening, that is for gardening purposes also. So these are the three types of these are the different types of crops which are used by the farmers for the different purposes. Now our country is the largest producer of bananas and mangoes in the world. So our country is a has the increased production of mangoes and bananas. It is also the second largest producer of wheat and rice. Also the wheat and rice also has the increased production in India. Now basic practices of crop production. Different activities in crop production are ploughing, sowing, applying fertilizers, harvesting, and seed storage. This is all you are aware of these words. What is ploughing? But that means tilting of the soil with the help of the bullock. That is called as tilting, or making use of the tractors to bring the upper layer of the soil to the underground, bring the underground of soil to the top soil. So that is ploughing. Then is adding sowing the seeds, applying fertilizers, harvesting, and the seed storage. These are the different types of crops or different types of methods used by the farmers. Then all these activities collectively have an effect on the yield of the crops. Soil preparation. The most important aspect in agriculture process is to loosen the topsoil. We have to make the topsoil loose, and then only the roots of the plants will go deep under the soil and get the minerals and water from the deep under the soil. The loosened soil helps in the growth of earthworm and soil microbes. The organisms add humans to the soil and are friendly to farmers. So these all earthworms or bacteria found under the soil helps in the growth of the plants. Hence, it is essential to prepare the soil to proper way before starting the cultivation practice. The soil preparation methods are given below. Ploughing. So ploughing or tilling is the process of loosening the and turning the soil up and down to facilitate the availability of nutrients in the root zone of the cultivating crops. So ploughing is the tilling of the top layer of the soil. Then the following are the few important agriculture implements generally used in the field preparation. What are the different? Plough. Plough is mainly used for tilling the soil and to the crop to remove the waste. When we are ploughing with the help of the bull, what will happen? The top layer soil will go under the ground, and the underground soil will come to the top. By this, all the unwanted plants which is there on the top, that all will be shifted down under this thing. It contains a strong and sharp triangle iron strip down to called as plough share. So with this only the ploughing is done. The main part of the plough is the long log of wood which is called as the plough shaft. So this is the method how the ploughing is done by the bull and or the horse. It will be pulled by the bull or the horse. Then hoe. It is a simple tool which is used to tilt the land. It is a simple tool which is used to till the land, remove the weeds and dig the upsoil. So till means it's a tool which is used to dig the soil. It has a long wooden rod and a bent iron plate at one end. Next, the cultivator are driven by the tractors. Cultivators also kill the weeds and dig up the unwanted. All the unwanted things will be weeded out by this cultivator or the tractors. Then leveling, making the ground level. Making the ground level means making it so that it is becoming leveling. When the seeds are sown equally, the land will be leveled and the seeds will be growing easily. So once the field is plowed, the tool soil of the quiet loose, the leveling of soil is done with the implement called as leveler. So the tool is called as the leveler. It's heavy wooden or the iron plant. Leveling of the field is also uniform distribution of water. Then irrigation. Then basal manuring. You have to manure the soil so that it will be having the enough nutrients to make the plant or the crops to grow fast. To increase the fertility of the soil. To add manure and even before sowing, because it is properly incorporated in soil. When before adding the crops have been added, before that also we have to manure, and after it has grown to a certain limit also we have to manure so that the plants will go more healthier. Now sowing of seeds. This is the second step for the crop production. After the ploughing, then tilting, then with the hoe removing the topsoil, then cultivator using, after that leveling, after that only the sowing of the seed comes. So we have to sow good healthy seeds to get the new good healthy plants. The seeds that are sown have to be selected very carefully to have a high quality. So seeds which we are going to sow, it should be of a high quality. Generally the plants also, the crops which is growing also will be healthier. Then sowing by hand. This is a method how it is done by the hand. It can be done by the machines also. So this is in the picture you can see how the two ladies are sowing the seeds, the scattering of the seeds. Then seed drill is the modern method of sowing seeds. It is better, more efficient and sowing by hand because it will be uniformly spreaded out in the fields. When it is sowing by hand manually, here and there sometimes it will fall more the seeds, but this is the seed drill method where it will be uniformly done by the machines. Then is the dipping method. It is a placement of seed material in a furrow. Furrow means a small pits or small holes. Predetermined spacing with the dibble, more commonly by hand. Soil around the hole is pressed with hand or leg for moist soil contact. See in the picture how one seed will be put under each holes and it will be pressed by the hand or the leg, so that it will be covered by the seed will be covered by the soil. Transplanting is removal of an actively growing seedling from one place to the another. When it is growing very thickly, it can be transplanted from one area to the another in a proper way, so that it will be easily distributed throughout the fields, the plants. Okay. Then the next is adding manure and fertilizer. Already I told, when the plants before also we have to add the fertilizers, after also. The substance which are added to the soil in the form of the nutrients for the plants to grow more healthier is called as by adding manure and fertilizers. Now manure is an organic substance obtained from the decomposition of plants and waste. Farmers mainly use organic manures because it will be retained in the soil for a longer time, but fertilizers will get washed off very fast. In this, regular addition of organic manures helps to maintain the soil fertility, protecting from the wind and water erosion and preventing the nutrient losses through runoff leaching, because it will be easily get mixed with the soil very fast, the manures. Now fertilizers is a substance which is uh, added to the soil to improve the soil yield. So there are ammonium sulfate, super phosphate, NPK, that means nitrogen phosphate. These are the examples of the fertilizers. The use of synthetic fertilizer significantly improves the quantity of food. So when we are using a good fertilizer, it helps the plants to grow more healthier. So here is the first part of how the crop production can be increased, the plowing, then sowing the seeds. Thank you, students.